Yo, people, what's going on? HIJACK Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button while you guys are here. And let's get this show started right now as we are live on Twitter and on YouTube. Bang, ladies and gentlemen, let's get it going. Yes, people, what's going on? HIJACK Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Do me a favor, please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe button on the way into the channel. Also, please do make sure you guys subscribe to the channel as we are currently on the road to 35K, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're currently still on the road to 35K. We haven't hit it yet, but this has been a fantastic month. You guys have been subscribing consistently, so please do subscribe. Please do hit that like button. It helps out the channel massively. And of course, getting all the introductory situations out of the way, I need to talk about some stuff because there's a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. There's a lot of little things that we need to get into, but before we get any further, we always need to do that little intro and talk to you guys. So what are we talking about today? What is the major plan? What do we need to do? What do we need to do this window? Is it time to panic? Is it not time to panic? Are we going to sign Sesko? Are we going to sign Gyökeres? Is Liverpool going to sign Sesko? Is Liverpool going to sign Gyökeres? Is Thomas Partey going to sign a new deal? What is going to happen? What is going on? I need to know. Because I'm fasting, thank you for reminding me, and Allah bless you, brother. Thank you. No worries, Isaac. And to my brothers and sisters, of course, hopefully everyone's fasting today. Hopefully everyone's having themselves a good day. And I'm going to have to try to keep my potty mouth down. I'm going to have to try to keep myself focused because it is difficult when you're fasting. But yes, we already got 75 people in the building on YouTube. Please do hit that like button. And I am going to get started with the news that we heard today. We heard some major news today. And you know what that news was? That news is none other than Arsenal are looking to sign a player. Arsenal are looking to sign a player. And this player, I don't know if you guys know him. I don't know if you guys have heard about him. Today is the first time I've heard about him, but we're going to break it down. Arsenal look to be signing the first player of the summer transfer window, and it's not what you think. Arsenal are close to an agreement for £45 million for Genks Konstantinos Gyökeres. How do you pronounce this? Let's get Google to pronounce it for us.
Konstantinos Gyökeres.
Konstantinos Gyökeres. So I'm just going to call him Konstantinos. So Konstantinos is 17 years old. He would stay in Belgium for another year before joining Arsenal in 2026. But £45 million is a lot of money. But who is Konstantinos and why does Arsenal want to pay so much money for Konstantinos? We got to find out. So let's go on FootMob and find out who Konstantinos is. So Konstantinos is a 17-year-old attacking midfielder. He is, of course, playing for none other than Genk. This is his official second season, as he got 4 games last season, meaning he played 4 games when he was like 16 or something. This kid just recently turned 17 in November. So, damn, he must have got those games when he was like 16. He must have been playing football at the top level at the age of 16. Last season, he played 39 games. The breakdown was he played 34 in the league. He played 5 in the cups. He's an attacking midfielder, so he can. So his best attributes, of course, is getting a lot of touches, chance creation, getting shots off. He's not somebody who's an aerial threat. He's not somebody who is doing too much defensive actions. And he's not really scoring too many goals yet in his career. He's still very young, but he's very highly touted. And just to look at a game where he did score a goal, let's look at this right here. They won 4-0 to Ghent. And where did he play? in that game. Where was he? He was, of course, in the mid. Sorry, I'm looking in the wrong team. Yeah, where is he? He came off the bench? Oh, no, he's right here. There he is. So he played in the 10. So there's been games where you see him in the 10. There's going to be games where you're going to see him where he's playing all over the pitch. He's just to give you guys a little breakdown of what he is as a player. I can go and search that for you guys right now. But overall, all I really do know is he's 17 years old. Apparently, he's a very highly ranked 17-year-old out of there in Belgium. He's a Greek international, to be fair, and the 17-year-old would cost Arsenal 45 million pounds, or the rumored 37.8 million pounds, not 45 million pounds, 38 million pounds, which is around 45 million euros. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money for a player who's relatively unproven. I don't think Arsenal should be in a situation where we're spending money on players who are not going to help us win now. We're desperate to win now, but this is probably a signing for the future. This is probably a signing for an investment for next season. I don't know why we're putting in so much focus on an investment for next season. We should be trying to get as much of the assets that we have to our disposal to put that towards trying to win now. And as long as this deal does not negatively impact Arsenal's transfer window, this transfer window, I don't necessarily have a problem with Arsenal signing this player. But I personally, as an Arsenal fan who is sick and tired of finishing second, would rather see Arsenal spend that money on a player who could help us tomorrow, help us deliver the league tomorrow, help us get something that can get us over the line tomorrow. 45 million euros is no joke. Take that 45 million euros, take whatever money, take that 45 million euros, and you can go and get, as somebody said in the chat, Turkey is going to cost around that money, and he would help us out tomorrow. That would be like one of those things. Take that money and go get Eze. Take that money, go get Xavi Simons. Take that money, go get somebody tomorrow that benefits us massively. Why are we going out there and trying to sign another youngster? Why are we going out there and trying to look at another academy level player? Now, let me just read what it says here. It says that Arsenal are looking to bolster their rankings, right? And Konstantinos is viewed as a Kevin De Bruyne type player. Konstantinos has come from the same academy as Kevin De Bruyne, Leon Bailey, and Thibaut Courtois. So he's viewed as a very, very highly talented player. In years from now, he could be a really, really good player. So there's nothing wrong with signing him for the future, but I am concerned about today, right? He turned down playing for the Belgium national team to play for Greece. He was his dad. I think his parents were professional footballers also, and Euro 2024 was the youngest ever player. Okay, so they're saying he could be. 1 second. Was he in the Euros? Man City also. Man City rejected him when he was trying out for the Man City academy when he was younger. So he's actually been rejected from the Man City academy to go out to Belgium to play for Genk. He's only had one professional season at the top level, and for us to spend that kind of money on him, it is a very, very ambitious signing. It's very it's not ambitious. It's very speculative. I don't think this is the right decision for Arsenal Football Club right now. I don't know enough about him to say this is going to be a bad deal, but it is a very interesting situation to look at, to say, hey, Arsenal are going to spend this kind of money on a player like this. I don't think this is the right move for Arsenal. I don't think we should be going all out of our way, but reports are Arsenal are close to an agreement. So we'll see. Is this the most reliable source of news? I don't know. So we'll see what happens. We'll monitor it. But right now, as of right now, this is the report. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, because personally, I am a little annoyed that we're not even talking about our main targets. We're talking about super talented young players. Like, he's super talented. Check out his matches. I'll check out his matches. But yeah, that is that. Is Sesko Liverpool rumors true? Well. Let's talk about Sesko to Liverpool. As you guys are well aware, I am not somebody who's relatively interested in Arsenal signing Benjamin Šeško. I preferably would prefer Arsenal to go for Viktor Gyökeres. So I am fully on board for Liverpool coming and hijacking Benjamin Šeško. I think it would be to Arsenal's benefit if they did come and hijack Benjamin Šeško. So hopefully they do come and hijack Benjamin Šeško. But if Liverpool were to miss out on Ekitike, it seems like they want to go for Benjamin Šeško. Now, I'm not going to be a liar. It would be funny that Arsenal, who've been after Benjamin Šeško for 2 summer transfer windows, end up losing out to Liverpool on Benjamin Šeško, and Benjamin Šeško becomes a world beater and helps Liverpool win the league again. That would be fun. That would be sad from us. It would be funny from a Liverpool perspective if that did happen, right? But in other breath, if Liverpool signing Benjamin Šeško means Arsenal finally decide on what they're going to do, that does help us out. And the person reporting it, the people reporting this news right now, are none other than let me show you actually before we go any further. So Arne Slot's Liverpool are set to compete to sign Benjamin Šeško from RB Leipzig. The 22-year-old is subject of a £67 million bid from Arsenal. So first thing, they say Arsenal have bid 67 million. And in the other breath, they're saying Liverpool are set to compete for Benjamin Šeško. So this is 2 stories in one. It's 2 stories in one. The first story being, are they saying that Arsenal have officially bid for Benjamin Šeško? And the second story is, are they saying, you know what? Arsenal now look like they're gonna have competition. So the competition part I understand. That makes sense, right? What I don't understand is, when did Arsenal officially bid for Benjamin Šeško? When did we actually put in money on the table for Benjamin Šeško? I have not heard anything about Arsenal officially putting down a bid for Benjamin Šeško. David Ornstein hasn't reported it. Fabrizio Romano hasn't reported it. Nobody has reported it. So to me, this comes off as a situation where they're kind of throwing stuff out there. They're kind of throwing stuff out there to see what sticks. I don't know if Šeško to Liverpool, though. There is an understanding that Šeško to Liverpool has been a conversation. Don't forget, Liverpool's former legendary manager still works at RB Leipzig. Liverpool have connections with RB Leipzig. They've signed players from Leipzig before. They've also have Klopp currently there working with the Red Bull group. I wouldn't be surprised if Liverpool battled for the signing of Šeško, that they might have an inside track. Even though Arsenal have spent well over a year and a half trying to sign Šeško, Liverpool have Klopp, who works at RB Leipzig. Could be a possibility that they could beat us to the signing. It could be that they really want Benjamin Šeško. It could be that Šeško to Liverpool could become a thing. And it's not just TBR reporting it. There's multiple different outlets going with this story right now, that Liverpool lead Šeško above Gyökeres. Liverpool look at Šeško as the target that they would rather have above Gyökeres. Liverpool might hijack Arsenal's move and sign the 69 player who Alan Shearer rates. Interesting. Who's the player that Alan Shearer rates? Benjamin Šeško. Why does Alan Shearer rate him? Never heard. Where did Alan Shearer come into this conversation? I'm so confused. Where did Alan Shearer come into this conversation? They just start throwing shit out there. Really confuses me. And I got to be careful clicking on random links. So the reason why that's happening is, yes, Ekitike is most likely going to end up at Chelsea. Yeah. So it does seem like Ekitike is going to end up at Chelsea. And with Ekitike ending up at Chelsea, that opens the door for Sesko to end up at none other than Liverpool. And I think one of the main reasons why that might be is, do you guys know how much money Gyökeres wants? Gyökeres wants ridiculous wages. And when I say Gyökeres wants ridiculous wages, I mean he wants ridiculous wages. I'm going to show you. Gyökeres wants outrageous wages. Gyökeres wants wages in the region of 300K a week. Yeah. Viktor Gyökeres. He wants 300K a week. What is Viktor Gyökeres' representatives are being ambitious with the amount of money that they think they can get. I think that's crazy. I think that's nuts. 300K a week, Viktor Gyökeres. Do you know what he's currently on? His current wages are, he's asking for 6 times his wages. Viktor Gyökeres is asking for 6 times his wages. Is it ridiculous? I think it is. He's currently sitting on 46,000 a week. 46,000. That's what Viktor Gyökeres is currently earning. 46,000 a week. That's his current wages. What's Sesko's current wages? Let's see. Sesko's weekly wages. Right now, Sesko's making more money at RB Leipzig right now. Sesko's making more money at RB Leipzig right now than Viktor Gyökeres is. Sesko's earning about 108 euros a week. Sesko's earning more money at this moment in time, and he's asking for less money on his next contract than Viktor Gyökeres is. Viktor Gyökeres is asking for an arm and a leg. He's currently on 46K, but there's reports that he wants 300K. That's wild. And it's not only him who's asking for crazy wages. Do you guys know how much Nico Williams is on? Nico Williams is currently on 200K a week. Nico Williams is currently on 200K a week at Atletico Bilbao. And there's reports that he wants 300K. There's reports that he wants 300K also. Let me show you. I swear to you, there's reports that he wants 300K. Yeah, there you go. He told Chelsea. He told Arsenal. He wants 300K a week. In January, he told us that. Some of these guys want ridiculous wages. Some of these guys don't make sense. They don't make sense. The meltdown would be epic. Yeah. So yeah, bringing it back. Imagine Liverpool signs Sesko, Arsenal buy Darwin Núñez. That is a possibility. And I do think Darwin Núñez is the reason why Liverpool might not want to get Gyökeres. I genuinely do think buying Darwin Núñez from the Portuguese league and him flopping so hard has led to teams looking at Gyökeres and basically saying, can he cut it in the Premier League? That's what I think is happening. People are seeing Gyökeres numbers and they're saying, can he cut it in the Premier League? Can he do it at the top level? Can he perform to the level that's needed to go and deliver a league title or Champions League or just trophies in general? But I think it's dishonest, because when you look at Gyökeres, and I'm just going to break it down right here quickly before we go any further, please do hit the like button. We got over 246 of you guys on YouTube, and we got over 417 of you guys on Twitter. Please do like the video right now. Now, let me break it down very simply. Gyökeres, over the last 2 seasons in Portugal, these are his goal tallies. These are his goal tallies over the last 2 seasons. 33 games, 39 goals. 33 games, 29 goals. That is in the league. In the Champions League, 8 games, 6 goals. Great return. Great return. In the Europa League, 9 games, 5 goals. Great return. He's getting respective 54 and 43 goals over those 2 years. Over those 2 years. That's 97 goals over 2 years. Just over 100 games, 97 goals. That is a ridiculous return. Now, Darwin, that everyone's comparing him to, has a significantly lower goal tally at Benfica. For example, Darwin Núñez in the league had 26 and the year prior had 6. That is 2 seasons where the player played over 85 games and had a total of 48 goals. That is not on the same level. We're talking about a player who has 97 goals in 102 appearances compared to a guy who has 48 goals in a total of, what are we looking at right here? Like 85 games. The percentage of goals to games is significantly higher for Gyökeres. The amount of experience that Gyökeres has in the Champions League, in the league, like, I get it, Darwin Núñez scored 6 goals in the Champions League in 10 games. He looked decent for Benfica. Maybe you're fooled. But Gyökeres, he's a lot more clinical. And the reason why I say this, I'll show you. I'll show you what I mean. Because in the Portuguese league, Darwin Núñez, the year that, you know what, fair play. Darwin Núñez, the year that he was leaving the Portuguese league, he was extremely clinical. Fair play. Extremely clinical that year. 26 goals of 18 XG. Right? In the Champions League that year, he was clinical. Fair play. He did really well. Did he sustain it over a couple-year period? Did he sustain it over a couple-year period? He underperformed his XG his first season. In the Europa League in his first season, he overperformed it. And I think it's a situation where you look at it and you say to yourself, what do you want to do? What makes the most sense? I want Viktor Gyökeres. I've been a fan of Viktor Gyökeres. I think he's the better signing. But Sesko's the better fit. Sesko's the younger player. Sesko's the one that Arsenal wants to sign. And if Liverpool do beat us to the punch if Arne Slot's Liverpool do beat us to the punch for Benjamin Šeško, I'm not going to be against it. I'm going to actually be encouraging it. I'll be happy. But it would just mean that we're going to have to pay Gyökeres the wages that he's asking for. Now, the positive, Andre Berta is working on both deals at the same time. Yeah. Berta is currently working on both deals at the same time, reported by Samuel McBell. So McBell reported the other day that both deals are being worked on simultaneously and both deals are currently being spoken about. What does that mean? That just means Arsenal is currently looking at both signings, speaking to both clubs, speaking to both players' representatives, and looking to see the frameworks and the understanding. Arsenal have not decided yet what we're going to do. Amen. No. So yeah, that is what's going on there. I think it's going to be a situation where we might even get to a situation where we decide what we want to do. We might be forced to decide what we want to do because somebody else comes and takes Šeško or somebody comes and takes Gyökeres. If Man United come and take Gyökeres and Šeško goes to Liverpool, we're fucked. We got to decide, and we got to decide what we want to do soon so we know which direction we're going in with the rest of the signings. You get what I'm saying? Now, there is news on Real Madrid and Rodrygo. And the news is very simple. Rodrygo could still leave Real Madrid. And the reason why I say Rodrygo could still leave. Fuck. Sorry for swearing. Breaking news. Manchester United open to join. Viktor Gyökeres is open to join Manchester United without Champions League football. Not approached Sporting yet, but Ruben Amorim is still in touch with the player, and Sporting see around 70 million euros. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Imagine. We were just speaking about this scenario. Imagine if Liverpool get Sesko, and Gyökeres, who's the other target, ends up going to Manchester United. Because Manchester United will pay him the 300K a week. Manchester United do not care. They will pay him the money. If he's open to join Manchester United without Champions League football, and he actually joins Manchester United, it could be peak for us. Honestly, it could be peak. Oh my God, imagine that. Liverpool could hijack Sesko, and Man United could hijack Gyökeres. Forget it, and we're looking to sign Wonderkids. Incoming the meltdowns from online, incoming the absolute people losing their shit. Manchester United would have got Cunha and Mbeumo and Gyökeres all in one window. That's a better front three than we have. Unbelievable. I'll see it when I believe it. I'll see it, then I'll believe it. For now, we'll wait and see. Have to wait and see. 8 minutes ago, Ben Jacobs. Wow. I'm lost for words. I'm actually lost for words. You guys can literally see me trying to work out what's happening right now, live on stream. All right. I've gathered my thoughts. We're gonna try to move on. We're gonna try our best to move on. But this really threw me off. That really threw me off right there. That really threw me off. As we're talking about signings, Man City have agreed the signing of Aït-Nouri. Like, Pep Guardiola goes trophyless for one season, and then they could start spending 500 million pounds worth of players. Like, what the hell? Manchester City, man. These guys are not playing around. They could easily go on to win the league next season. Like, we're sitting here talking about Arsenal potentially going on to win the league. Medical Sunday. They've already got in Aït-Nouri. They've got Reinders. They're gonna get in Turkey. They're gonna go on. These guys are nuts. They're gonna get a goalkeeper. They're nuts. And then Chelsea, another fucked up institution. I'm sorry for swearing. I'm fasting. I should not be swearing. But now Chelsea are also going for Kudus. It's like all the teams around us are doing business and we're sitting still. Is it time for panicking? Is it too early to panic? Because I personally think it's too early to panic, but it does irritate me seeing all these other clubs around us trying to make moves, trying to do stuff, and we're going for youngsters for 2026. Get your priorities straight, Arsenal. You don't see Man City signing youngsters for 2026 right now. You see them getting their business done first. As for people getting business done, this is what I was talking about when I said Rodrygo could end up still coming to Arsenal. With this signing for Real Madrid, could this signing potentially mean Rodrygo could leave Real Madrid? Could this signing mean Rodrygo could leave for Real Madrid? That is what I'm saying. Because if this happens, If this happens, Rodrygo could still be happening. If this happens, I have a good feeling about Rodrygo. And the reason why I say that is because this kid is viewed as one of the best upcoming next players, right? And if he is one of the next upcoming great players potentially, and he's doing what he's doing over there right now at River Plate, and he's producing at that level in that attacking midfield role, what happens when he joins Real Madrid? Would he play in the central midfield? Could he play on the right wing? Where will he end up getting his trait? And could this signing then shift out the likes of Rodrygo? Could we be seeing the end of Rodrygo at Real Madrid? And this could be one of those signings that just starts to tip things in the favor of Real Madrid wanting to sell him. Now, I know he wants to stay, and why wouldn't he? Real Madrid is such a big, great, historic club. But they have so many great players. They have Jude. They have Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. They recently just signed Trent. They have Arda Güler. They have Freddy Valverde. And Freddy Valverde doesn't even play in his rightful position. He's playing all over the pitch. He's even playing right back sometimes. I think Rodrygo could still become something that materializes later in the window, but we're going to have to wait and see. We're going to have to wait and see how things escalate with Rodrygo and everything else. Talking about Bryan and Mbeumo, you guys seen Manchester United? They're about to pay 70 million for Bryan and Mbeumo. 70 million for Bryan and Mbeumo. 70. Manchester United are going to pay 70 million for Bryan and Mbeumo and put him apparently on 225k a week. Fabrizio Romano reported this the other day. This is nuts. Manchester United are not playing games, but they're also paying ridiculous wages and ridiculous fees for everybody. And this right here is causing a ripple effect, because then guys like Viktor Gyökeres think they're worth 300k a week because Manchester United might be willing to give them that. As much as Mbeumo is wanted, they're saying 55 million Manchester United are going to offer, but apparently Brentford wants 70 million. Manchester United can offer 55 though. Apparently Manchester United have agreed personal terms with Mbeumo wages. He wants, I seen 250. I seen reports of 250k a week that he wants. Yeah, let me show you this. This is what football has become. This is what football has become. This is what football has become now. Look at that. 250k a week. No wonder Gyökeres is open to the option of joining United. No wonder Gyökeres is open to joining United. No wonder. Why do you guys think he's open to joining United? The money. The money. The money makes a big difference, guys. The money makes a huge difference. And if we're talking about that kind of money, why are we shocked? If we're talking about 300k a week for Gyökeres, 225 for the other guy, and we're close to signing a Wonderkid. Arsenal is close to signing a Greek Wonderkid, guys. It's okay. We're going to sign a Greek Wonderkid. Yeah, we're going to sign a Wonderkid. Yep. Arsenal is close to signing a Wonderkid, while Man United and Liverpool go and sign our #1 fucking striker targets. Sorry for swearing. And they're giving guys like Bryan and Mbeumo 100k a week. Well, let's peak. Speak. Honestly, sometimes I hate the transfer window. Sometimes I think to myself, the transfer window is the death of me, because it always seems like bad news just comes. When is the good news going to come? When are we going to get some good news? Because players that I want are other clubs' second choices. Guys like Cherki, guys like Xavi Simons are Manchester City's plan A, plan B. Where's Arsenal's plan A, plan B? We just know Arsenal want 2 players. We don't even know which one's plan A. I'm confused. And apparently this is how Berta does business. Apparently this is how Andre Berta does his business. But you know something? We have a new target. Somebody Arsenal might be interested in. Both Arsenal and Manchester United might be interested in, ladies and gentlemen. You know who that is? Bournemouth's Antoine Semenyo. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I think Semenyo is underwhelming. I think Semenyo to Arsenal is an underwhelming potential signing. Real talks. I think it's a very, very, very underwhelming signing. Are we signing him because of his defensive work rate? Are we signing him because of his attacking output? I don't rate Semenyo to the level I rate a guy like Rodrygo, a guy like Nico Williams, a guy like Eze, a guy like Xavi Simons. I think Antoine Semenyo is maybe 4 or not even 5th choice. Semenyo so far down the pecking line of players I would go for before I go for him and spend 50 million on Semenyo. I'm sorry. I'm not spending 50 million on Semenyo. I think Semenyo might be better than people think, but I don't know. I think it's such a gamble. I would rather take that gamble on Barcola. I'd rather take that gamble on Leroy Sané, who's on a free. I'd rather take that gamble on Nico Williams. I'd rather take that gamble on spending double that on Rodrygo. There's just so many other players I would take before Semenyo. I rate Semenyo to a certain level, but I think 50 million is too steep, and I just don't know if he's the guy for us. He doesn't necessarily have any specialty. He's not great 1v1. I mean, he's not the best 1v1. He's not. What is he? What is his best part of his game? What is Semenyo's specialty? What does Semenyo do best? What does he bring to the table that changes Arsenal? Is he an upgrade on Martinelli? Is he an upgrade on Trossard? Is he a massive upgrade on what we currently have? That is what I'm asking you. Because you might think he's an upgrade, but is he a massive upgrade on what we currently have? Because Rodrygo is a massive upgrade on what we currently have. You know what this guy's good at? He's good at taking shots, and he's good at throw-ins. That's what he's good at. Does Arteta want him for throw-ins and aerial duels? Is that what he wants him for? Honestly. What are we doing? Antoine Semenyo. Really? Are we getting Semenyo for what? Tottenham are interested in him. Who else is interested in him? West Ham are interested in him. No, let Tottenham get him. Go get me Eze. If you're going to get me a player, go get me Eze. Get me Eze. Apparently Tottenham are interested in Eze too. I'll take him. Eze can play so many positions. He solves so many of our problems. Eze's the guy. Why are we looking at Semenyo? Why are we wasting our time with Semenyo? It's really annoying. Gyökeres rejected Arsenal for United. No, they did. No, he did not. You think Rodrygo wants them? Shut up. It's not true. People saying why Eze downgrade. Eze's dream move is to come to Arsenal, man. Eze dreams of joining Arsenal. Eze wanted to play for Arsenal as a kid. Eze was in Arsenal's academy. You don't think Eze wants to join Arsenal? Stop it. You're lying to yourself if you don't think he doesn't want to join Arsenal. You're lying to yourself. If you think he doesn't want to join Arsenal, you're delusional. I'm sorry, you're delusional. And yes, it's coming from me. I'm calling you delusional. Because the people who sit here and act like Arsenal is not a big club are just ridiculous. Eze plays for Arsenal's academy. Eze plays for Crystal Palace. He plays for a London club. He wanted to always play for Arsenal. He's an Arsenal boy, similar to Zaha. It's the Zaha situation all over again. It's the Zaha situation all over again. We have an obvious player we can sign who solves a lot of our problems, who plays in a position of need, who does a lot of things that we can that we would necessarily look at for ourselves. And it looks like Tottenham want to buy him, and he's going to maybe end up at Tottenham. This is what happens, man. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. It's very frustrating to think that you have a player who can play in the left wing, the left 8, and in the friggin' and in the attacking midfielder position, and we're not even looking at him. Premier League proven, 26 years old, from the Arsenal academy. He's considered homegrown. Why aren't we looking at Eze? Why? I haven't heard Arsenal to Eze for a long time. Eze won't leave Palace after winning a trophy and getting European football. I disagree. I disagree. I disagree. I think if Arsenal come knocking, I think he leaves. I think Arsenal come correct for Eze. I think he leaves. I personally would sign at Eze this window. That's the guy I would sign. Forget about all the other left wingers. Forget about all this stuff. Just sign him. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. And as for the whole Manchester United stuff, boy. But if he joins Manchester United, you know what? Getting back to this whole Gyökeres situation. If Gyökeres joins Manchester United, what do you guys think? If Gyökeres joins Manchester United, does that mean that there's a red flag or something's going on? You get Sane, that's your level. Sane is a baller. I don't know why people are talking shit about Sane. Like, I don't want him as the preferred option, but Sane is not bad. Like, why are we acting like Sane is a terrible player? Since when is Sane a bad player? Like, Sane is one of the best progressive passers. He's somebody who gets a lot of touches, who has really good passing range. He can play on both wings. Leroy Sane, on a free, it's not bad, but it's not the preferred option for us. I would want somebody younger. I would want somebody who's a little bit better scope to grow and improve, and a higher ceiling that we can see. But Leroy Sane right now, this season, just had 13 goals, 6 assists. Shit, there's a McDonald's commercial in the middle of my freaking thing that I'm looking at. What the hell? Sterling 2025. I don't think so. I don't think so. I'll tell you this. Sane is better than Semenyo. Don't say it too loud. Sane is better than Semenyo. Better than spending 50 million on Semenyo. What's Leroy Sané's wages? That's the thing. Will we spend the money on his wages? What's Sané's wages? Wages at Bayern. What is he making? No chance. No chance. Do you know how much Leroy Sané is making? Damn. He'd probably be our highest earner. One of our highest earners. He's making close to 242. No chance. No. What's Eze's wages? Eze wages. How much is he making? Yeah, you see, now that's reasonable. That's reasonable. He's making 5 million a year. How much is he making a week? Eze is making decent wages, 100K. You see, Eze makes more sense. Eze makes so much sense. Like, why are we looking at all these other players when Eze's right there? He makes so much sense. Like, it's really frustrating, super frustrating. But yeah, let's get on to some of the other transfer news. I kind of lost track there. I kind of went on a rant. I went on a whole rant about Eze. Did you guys hear about Morgan Rogers? Apparently, Arsenal's interested in Morgan Rogers. Now, if we don't get a left winger, I wouldn't mind Morgan Rogers. I would not mind Morgan Rogers. I would not mind the Villa man. He is a player that I would take at Arsenal tomorrow. Morgan Rogers comes into our team and he improves us. He improves us. Massively improves us. I think he would take this team to another level. But the question is, what the hell are we going to do with the left wing? Because if we sign Morgan Rogers, are we also going to still sign a left winger? Is he going to play on the left wing? What is the plan? Is there a plan? Do we know of a said plan? I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see. Quickly, before we go any further, let me just go to that Morgan Rogers. Morgan Rogers, where is it? Where's Morgan Rogers at? AFC stuff. There we go. AFC stuff. Morgan Rogers, where is that? Sesko? Is that Sesko? Yeah, it is. The fact Arsenal are monitoring the situation with Dean Huijsen, who had signed for Real Madrid, shows defensive area interest, yet not a pressing concern because Kiwior is expected to stay. Kiwior is staying. I'm happy Kiwior is staying. I am so happy Kiwior is staying. Why do I have my hand up in the air? This is what my life has become. Put your hand down. This is what my life has become. I'm putting my hand up in the air for Kiwior staying. The club has no ambition, mate. The club has no ambition. They're literally making us celebrate simple things. Kiwior is staying. Are you happy Kiwior is staying? Let me know. Are you happy Kiwior is staying? Because that's what it seems like. It seems like Kiwior was earmarked to exit, but of course, with Gabriel's injury and him playing well, the hierarchy are rethinking that. So there you go. Kiwior has shown his value, and now that Kiwior played a bunch of games back in the last season, in the Champions League especially, where he showed up, he is now going to be a player that we're going to keep. Kiwior is expected to stay at Arsenal. Good news. I would say it's good news. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's good news that Kiwior is staying. I'm happy he's staying. I personally don't think anyone would have given us 50 million plus anyways for Kiwior, because that's, I think, how much it would cost to get a quality backup like Kiwior. What else is there? Oh, breaking news. Arsenal are in advanced talks with Juventus's former head of scouting. Matteo Tognozzi will be part under the team of Andrea Berta. Yeah, so Andrea Berta's this scouting team has found players like Dean Huijsen, Yadizal, and Solo. Bears. Arsenal are looking at a new scout. Could this scout be the main man for Andrea Berta? Could this be the guy who ends up deciding the fate of Arsenal Football Club? Could this be the guy who ends up getting us our key pieces for the future? Could this be the guy who gets the young talents that we need to improve our team and get it over the line? Is this the guy that could just continue to push the team in the right direction? Because the people who are currently scouting at the team, they've done okay, but we'll need better. We'll need better. Andrea Berta said he admires Viktor Gyökeres, but internal views are torn whether he can hit the ground running in the Premier League. It is understood that Benjamin Šeško is favored of the two, and it is complex. Arteta is a big Kai Havertz fan and will use him extensively in the new campaign. So the new signing will be there to knock Havertz out of the team. It makes Šeško, it's just 22, ideal potential growth. What? So this is basically saying Andrea Berta likes Viktor Gyökeres, but the club likes Šeško, and Arteta is still going to use Kai Havertz. There's a lot to unpack there. But the main thing that you get from this is whoever comes in, Havertz is still going to be playing a lot of games. So Berta admires Gyökeres. Okay. The club admire Sesko. Sesko is the favorite of the two. Okay. And the main issue we have is we have concerns over if he plays in the Premier League. Okay. If he ends up at Man United, maybe he flops. If he ends up at Arsenal, maybe he does well. It's really just down to the circumstances. Tomiyasu and Jesus have long-term injuries. We know that. So yeah, now we're going to get to the Morgan Rogers part. But before we go any further, let me know, guys, in the chat. Morgan Rogers, you guys signing him? Morgan Rogers, are you guys signing him? Let me know in the chat. Do you guys want to sign Morgan Rogers? Let me know. Let me know. Are you signing Morgan Rogers? Are you signing Morgan Rogers, people? Are you signing Morgan Rogers? If you are working for the club, would you say Morgan Rogers should be signed for Arsenal? Now, without a hesitation, of course, I'll take him, but I want a Rodrygo first. Chelsea's linked to Rogers. How many players do Chelsea need in the midfield, bro? Chelsea have so many midfielders. What are they going to do with Rogers? Are they going to play him as the left winger? Like, I'm confused. Chelsea are collecting players like Infinity Stones. They just want everybody. It's nuts. Morgan Rogers to Arsenal. Arsenal are reportedly reporting that there's reports that Arsenal want Morgan Rogers. This is the report. It came from Greg Jacobs. It says Arsenal have added Morgan Rogers to their list of attacking targets. However, any deal to acquire the player from Aston Villa would be costly. Do you guys know why it would be costly? The reason why it would be costly is because of this. Let me show you. This is the Premier League financial fair play table. And as you guys can see here, Aston Villa are all the way down there, and they are in the red, meaning they need to raise at least £15 million because they're currently at risk of getting fined. And once they've raised the £15 million, they also need to raise an additional money to be safe. So when they can make signings, they need to be okay. So you saw Morgan Rogers, say for £70 million. They go from down here on the list and shoot up all the way to in the conversation with Manchester United, because a £70 million sale would equate to about double or triple that on the books. And especially over a 3-year period, you can make a decent money on that. So depending on how the payment scheme works and everything. So I don't know if we're going to get Morgan Rogers. One thing I do know, Aston Villa are in a financial situation where PSR is on their case, and they're going to have to sell players. Who those players are, we don't know. Is Morgan Rogers going to be one of those players? We don't know. One thing we do know, today we were linked to him. Arsenal fans, I think we're all going to take him. But we just needed to talk about it for a second. Now, Kai Havertz looks like he's been in the gym. And this is kind of sus. But a lot of people have been bragging about Kai Havertz bulking up and talking about him bulking up and getting ready for the season. Incredible what having some proper time off will do to a player's physical and mental capability, says Dr. Raj. Off-season to build has really killed the sport and some players. Yeah, so there you go. So the fact that he actually gets time off, he can actually work out, continue to fix up. And as he's been getting rehab, it looks like he's been working on his body too. Really, really looks like he's gotten a lot bigger. And you can see from some of the images, he looks a lot bigger than he was previously. So maybe this can help him bounce off defenders, get more power and everything when he's trying to block off people to keep the ball. And his hold-up play has always been elite, but maybe this can make Kai Havertz hold-up play and overall play a little bit better. But hey, maybe I'm just too positive to think that something like this would benefit the club. What else is there that we need to talk about today? I'm just going to quickly go through some of these to see. Kieran Tierney's left. We've already spoken about that yesterday. Arsenal's loan move for Nuno Tavares has officially become permanent today. So there you go. Nuno Tavares is gone. And sorry guys, I barely sleep nowadays, so I need to get myself more sleep. What else is there? Who the hell is this guy? Igor Plaxo? Who's this? Do you guys know anything about this guy? Who the hell is this? Never heard of him. Feyenoord player. Igor, he scored 16 goals, got 10 assists. He's 24 years old, plays for Feyenoord, used to play under Arne Slot. He's going to cost around 33 million. He's a winger. It sounds like BS. I can't take it too serious. Where is Zubimendi? No. Yeah, so this is what they're saying. Look at this. This is Igor guy. Apparently he's linked to Arsenal. Apparently he's linked to Leeds, Burnley, Marseille. Sounds like bullshit. I don't know about you guys. Sounds like bullshit. From the moment you type in Google and you can't see his name, you know some bullshit. But yeah, this is what the guy looks like. Kiwior staying. Currently, it's almost they will surplus the big on the striker before they spend in other positions. Thank God. Yes! This is what I've been waiting to hear. I'm so happy. It's almost they will splurge big on a striker before they spread on other positions. Thank God. All right. And then what else is there? Another incoming midfielder is unlikely to happen. Arteta has made it his stance clear in recent weeks, saying that he wants Partey to extend his contract. Partey wants to stay. Reports linked to Barcelona are speculative. Let's just hope Partey extends, because if Partey doesn't extend his contract, we're going to have to get two midfielders, and that's going to put a wrench in our plans. Let's hope and pray. Hope and pray. I can't sing. What am I doing? There you go. So let's hope and pray we give Partey a new deal. He was not included in the players who left the club this past window, so fair play. Signing a left winger is a desire, not a certainty. What are we doing? What are we doing? What do you mean signing a left winger is not a certainty? What are we doing? Just sign friggin' Eze or somebody, man. If they break the bank on Sesko, which could cost excess of 80 million, the chance of bringing in a left... Oh my God. We're going to spend all our money on a striker and say we don't have money for a winger. Honestly, I give up, man. These guys are useless. This right here pisses me off. This is pissing me off. If the only attacker we sign is friggin' people in the chat saying Berta out. You guys need to relax. You guys need to relax. But this right here is concerning. This is concerning. This is concerning, ladies and gentlemen. This is concerning. What the hell? Even more of the reason why we should get Gyökeres. You know what that means? If Rodrygo leaves, even if Rodrygo's leaving, they're not gonna let him. They're not gonna get him if they get Sesko. Oh my god! I'm honestly so annoyed. Like, I've been doing an hour stream now. 1 hour we've been live. 1 hour. And if you guys have not at least hit the like button on this video, I'm gonna absolutely be fuming. How do we have only 79 likes? How? How do we only have 79 likes? Hit that like button. You know what? I hope it's misinformation, because that would mean what I just said and what I just read was wrong, and I'll be so happy that was wrong. To the person who wrote that, thank you. You made me a little bit happier. Hopefully it's misinformation. Hopefully it's not true. Hopefully. But the person who's reporting it works for the Daily Mail. And the person who's reporting it is an Arsenal insider for the Daily Mail. It's not a person who would lie about something so serious. He did a whole Q&A. And that's how we know about this. In his Q&A, this is where he spoke about those things. I'm a little concerned. Slightly concerned, ladies and gentlemen. Slightly. Just a little bit. But it's not time to panic. It's not time to freak out. It's not time to go crazy. So yeah, Arsenal Q&A this week. Any questions on Arsenal, Gyökeres, transfers, preseason, anything? And that's where those came from. Oh, as for Leão, you guys thought we were going to get Leão. Let me show you guys this. Where is it? Leao's going to Bayern. So he's off the table also. Leao's going to Bayern Munich. Yes, Bayern Munich. How greedy. How greedy. These guys have so many wingers. How greedy are they? How greedy. How greedy are you guys? Hit the like button, people. Honestly. How do we not have 100 likes yet? It's a mad thing. But how greedy are these guys? They're like Chelsea. They just stockpile players. The best teams do this. Why do we not move like a big club? Why do we say stuff like, if we sign Sesko, we're not going to sign a left winger? We need both. We also need a 10. You know, this guy just said something really pissed me off. He's like, Eagle, start supporting Chelsea. We are the best and we have money. I would never support Chelsea. I will never in my life support Chelsea. My uncle tried to buy me a Shevchenko shirt when we were younger, and I told him no. Return that shit and give me an Arsenal shirt. I was like, what are you doing? Never. As for Chelsea's money, you guys are cheaters, man. Chelsea are fucking cheaters. They find loophole after loophole after loophole every time. You got to give them credit. Chelsea are at the top of the list for the financial fair play thing. And the reason why they're at the top of the list, I asked Gronk, Chelsea sold their hotel and their women's team for a total of 170 million. That's how these guys find ways to buy all these players. Well, Arsenal, I don't know what the hell we're doing. Smart club, unlike us. Yeah, big time. I agree. Smart club. They do what needs to be done. They need a goalkeeper, they get a goalkeeper. They need a left winger, they get a left winger. Arsenal small club mentality. I can't disagree. Why do we do stuff the way that we do? You know something? Liverpool sometimes act like a small club, but they still get over the line. They still get over the line. Why can't we find ways to get over the line? Next Chelsea owner will sell Stamford Bridge to themselves for funds. Yeah, probably. Honestly, man, if you don't laugh, you'll cry. That's honestly the truth. If you don't laugh, you'll cry. You're going to be disappointed. But yeah, that is that. Let's go to the next thing. The next two things are Gabby and Gabby. You know, there's one way to guarantee that we get a left winger in the summer. And you know what that is? There is one way to guarantee that we get a left winger in the summer. One way to guarantee we get a left winger in the summer is to sell Martinelli. Would you sell Martinelli? People in the chat, let me know now. Would you sell Martinelli? Let me know. Would you sell Martinelli? I don't want to think about selling Martinelli, but would you sell Martinelli? People, would you sell Martinelli? Because this is probably what it's going to have to come down to. If we really want what we want, if we really want to do what we want to do, if we really think we can get what we can get, maybe this is what we need to do. Maybe. I personally wouldn't sell Martinelli. I would still get an Eze on top of what we currently have because we need squad depth. But if we don't have the funds, 50 million for Martinelli, somebody's going to get a bargain. I think Martinelli is so much better than what he's doing the last couple of years that if we were to let him go, we're going to regret it. We're going to regret it. It is going to be a major regret. It is going to be a major regret. But yeah, that is the situation at the moment in time. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. Let's go to the final topic of the day. The final thing I'm going to mention, because I feel like I've spoken about so much stuff. Yeah, people are saying Gyökeres is going to United. Guys, I know. Stop it. I know. I've heard. I'm not happy. You're not happy. But if it means we're going to get Benjamin Šeško and Gyökeres could become a flop at United, so be it. If he bangs at United, so be it. Either way, we are a little bit in the mud. Whichever way you put it. Next. What are we doing here? Gabriel Magalhaes has rejected an offer to Saudi Arabia, and he is set to sign a new deal until 2030. This is the final topic of today. I'm happy that Gabriel is signing a new deal. I'm happy that he's staying at Arsenal Football Club. I'm happy that he's extending his contract. This is a man who started the project. I hope we deliver trophies for him. I hope we deliver league titles, all these other trophies that we can deliver and make him a club legend, because this man has been fantastic in his time at Arsenal. And for a majority of the years, he's been one of the most important players in the team. He's going to be a future captain one day if he stays long enough. I need Gabriel. We need to deliver for guys like Gabriel, guys like Saliba, guys like Bukayo Saka, guys like Declan Rice. We need to deliver for those guys because they have been outstanding. And this is what Arsenal needs to do. Re-sign some of their best players. The best players, you need to give them new deals. You need to give them new contracts. You need to sign them up on those new contracts. And you need to keep them at Arsenal. Those players are William Saliba, Bukayo Saka, Declan Rice, Raya. These are the players who are amongst the best in the Premier League and the most valuable. No coincidence that these guys are in the mix. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here, boys. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, have yourselves a wonderful day. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. People in the chat, laughing, bantering, do your thing. People who are watching, please do like the video. How do we have 255 of you guys on YouTube and you haven't liked the video? It's still beside me. I don't understand you guys. What do I need to do for you guys to like the video? I will never understand it. And the question is it time to panic? Is it too soon? Is it time to panic? I'm panicking a little bit, not too much. I'm still saying slow down, very early in the window. We don't know the full story, so maybe calm down. But for now, it's a little bit of panic. A little bit. But yeah. Iga, I liked it, my bro. Yeah, people. You even got Chelsea fans in the chat just loving life. You got Chelsea fans in the chat loving life. You got Liverpool fans in the chat loving life. You got Man United fans in the chat thinking they're going to get Gyökeres. Boy, oh boy. It is a very interesting window, to say the least. We're going to wrap it up here. We're going to send you over back to Deluded Gooner. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys go watch Deluded Gooner's channel. And I'm just going to double check to make sure he is still live to send everybody back over there to Deluded video. Yeah, I'm sending it over back to Deluded. So please do, guys, go check out Deluded's video. Tell him Egal sent you. Say Egal raid. And I'm out of here, people. Love for the love. Don't know. And to anybody who's being disrespectful in the chat, you're just going to get blocked. You're just going to get blocked. So you can go fuck yourself.